The iPhone 16 is one of the best value base model iPhones Apple has shipped in a long time, and in this video we're going to explore all the new features and changes. So undoubtedly, one of the biggest areas of change are the cameras. The biggest new camera feature is the camera control button that allows you to quickly open up the camera application and start taking photos instantly, in addition to being able to adjust a handful of settings like zoom level, exposure, different lenses, and more, all from this clickable and touch-sensitive button. And while I do like being able to just click this button to instantly open up the camera and start snapping photos instantly, beyond that very simple functionality, trying to actually change or adjust camera options using the camera control interface is far more cumbersome than just using the on-screen controls we've had all along. Having this whole dedicated camera control interface isn't a bad idea on paper by any means, it's just the current implementation of it doesn't really improve upon the existing camera controls on the screen that much, so I hope this gets better with future software updates. And thanks to an improved ultra-wide lens, the iPhone 16 now has a macro photography capability that allows you to take very up-close and sharp images using the ultra-wide lens. And compared to images taken on the iPhone 15 from the same distance, you can definitely see the improvement here. If you're someone who really cares about the style and specific characteristics of your photos, the iPhone 16 improves upon this quite a bit. Apple's latest generation of photographic styles provides very granular customization of the way your photos will look, which is customizable both before and after taking photos. And this is thanks to a new image processing pipeline Apple is using to better distinguish different parts of an image from one another, therefore enabling better application of adjustments to specific colors and elements. And this is a welcome addition for people that have a deeper appreciation for photography and aren't content with Apple's default, heavily processed styling that they apply to photos, as the latest generation photographic styles now allows us, the users, to choose how our photos are going to look with, again, a lot more granularity than was available on previous iPhones. And in terms of physical aesthetics, the most noticeable difference between the iPhone 16 and iPhone 15 is the new vertically stacked camera orientation as opposed to the horizontally stacked camera orientation on the iPhone 15 and earlier. This isn't just an aesthetic change though. As a result of this new vertical orientation, the iPhone 16 is now able to shoot spatial photos and videos for viewing on the Apple Vision Pro, as the cameras need to be stacked vertically in order to get the stereoscopic information needed for spatial photos and videos. And the iPhone 16's main camera lens now has a new anti-reflective coating, which should help reduce lens flare. And here's some photos and a video taken on the iPhone 16 compared to the iPhone 15, 14, and 13. And by the way, all these photos were taken using the default standard camera settings untouched without any photographic style edits to keep things even and fair. And if you're picking up a new iPhone this year, you're probably going to want some accessories to keep it charged up and protected. And today's sponsor, Best Buy, has just about every accessory you could ever need for your new phone. I'm a big fan of Anker's PowerPort 3 3-port 65-watt charger, which can fast charge your smartphone and a laptop, in addition to being able to charge multiple devices simultaneously, as it has 2 USB-C ports and 1 USB-A port, all in a very small and portable package that's smaller than many laptop chargers that have the same or even less wattage. Its foldable wall prongs make it even more portable and compact, perfect for just throwing into your pocket on the go. Another great charging solution is Anker's 15-watt MagGo wireless charging station, which not only allows you to fast charge your phone at 15 watts, but also allows you to charge your AirPods and your Apple Watch all at once, allowing you to just bring this one charger with you to charge all your devices, instead of bringing multiple cables and multiple power adapters everywhere you go. All of this in a design that folds up into a pocket-sized unit that's perfect for traveling. This charging station features Anker's Active Shield 2.0 safety system that monitors temperature up to 3 million times per day to ensure safe charging of your devices. And Best Buy has a wide selection of cases to keep your phone protected and looking great. One of my favorite options being the Spec Presidio 2 grip case. It's a 13-foot drop-tested case with a no-slip grip. It features raised bezels over the cameras and the display for thorough protection, so you can place your iPhone face down on a table and do not worry about your screen getting scratched up. It's also fully MagSafe compatible, so you can use accessories like the Anker MagGo wireless charging station with this case. This is one of the sturdiest feeling cases I've used, but at the same time, it's very thin and doesn't add much bulk to the device. Another great case option is the PopSockets Pop Case for iPhone 16, which is a clear case with the option of PopSockets inserts that allow you to give your iPhone a unique look. With the purchase of the Pop Case, you actually get to customize your own case insert by uploading any photo you like, adding text, images from their gallery, AI, stickers, and more. You can also pick up pre-made inserts like this Looks 3-pack that features some great looking designs, and this case is also fully MagSafe compatible. As someone who uses a lot of tech products every day, having accessories that are reliable, multi-purpose, and simplify my workflow is is essential to me. And Best Buy's wide selection of chargers, cases, and accessories offers just about everything that I need. So check out the link in the video description down below to take a look at Best Buy's phone accessories. Big thanks to Best Buy for sponsoring this video. So the iPhone 16 now has the customizable action button on the left side in place of where the mute switch was on the iPhone 15 and earlier. You can customize it to perform a wide variety of actions in the settings, including any shortcut of your choosing. I have mine configured to open up the Messages application just like that, which is very convenient. This feature was originally introduced last year with the 15 Pro models, so I'm happy to see it trickle down to the base models this year, as I do find it quite useful. So without a doubt, the headlining feature of the iPhone 16 lineup is Apple Intelligence support. Apple Intelligence being Apple's very extensive set of AI features that are going to start rolling out later this month. Apple Intelligence has features that range from writing tools, such as having the ability to rewrite a message or note to take on a totally different tone or format with just a click, to a much smarter version of Siri that can cross-reference information across your email, messages, contacts, and more. Siri will also be aware of what's on your screen, so you can just ask questions about what you're looking at. It can also show you notification and chat summaries. You'll even be able to point your iPhone at objects and get information about whatever you pointed it at and take actions, like making a reservation at a restaurant, for example. However, again, as of recording this video, none of these features are here yet. The first installment of some of these features should again be coming within the next few weeks here with iOS 18.1, and then the remainder of the features rolling out steadily from there. So currently, it's kind of a weird time to talk about the iPhone 16, as its flagship feature isn't even here yet, and as a result, I can't really comment on the usability of Apple Intelligence yet. So us, as the Apple community, will just have to kind of wait and see as these features start to roll out. Now, what enables Apple Intelligence to run on the iPhone 16 is its new A18 processor and its 8 gigabytes of RAM, and this is in comparison to the iPhone 15's 2-generation-old A16 processor and its lesser 6 gigabytes of RAM. So the iPhone 15 cannot run Apple Intelligence, which again makes Apple Intelligence one of the biggest headlining features of the iPhone 16. But as you'd expect, in addition to enabling support for Apple Intelligence, the new A18 chip also brings about some nice processing power and efficiency improvements in comparison to the older A16 processor that the iPhone 15 has. Of course, as usual in 2024, the difference in processing power isn't going to be anything that you're actually going to notice when doing typical day-to-day tasks on the iPhone, but you might notice it in very heavy use case situations when you're pushing your iPhone to its limit. And speaking of heavy use case situations, the iPhone 16 features a new optimized thermal design with a tweaked logic board and a new thermal substructure to help dissipate heat, which is going to come in handy in, again, heavy use case situations like gaming, leading to up to 30% higher sustained performance when gaming. The iPhone 16 features a larger battery capacity of 3,561 milliamp hours over the iPhone 15's 3,349 milliamp hours. This, in combination with Apple's usual efficiency improvements that they've made to their new chip, the A18 chip in this case, result in a nice battery boost for the iPhone 16. I wouldn't expect it to be leaps and bounds better than the 15, but definitely expect a little bit better battery performance. And considering the iPhone 15 already had a very good reputation in terms of battery performance, this is a welcome change. And speaking of the battery, the iPhone 16 now supports faster wireless charging. You can now charge your iPhone 16 at 25 watts using Apple's new MagSafe charger, as opposed to the previous maximum 15 watt wireless charging with the iPhone 15. But again, unfortunately, you do have to buy the new upgraded MagSafe charger to take advantage of this. And the iPhone 16 got a nice selection of new audio-related features. We now have wind noise reduction for videos and spatial audio capture for videos that'll create a more immersive experience when listening back on AirPods, Apple Vision Pro, or your home sound system. But the biggest new audio-related feature is definitely Audio Mix. This functions by using machine learning to separate the audio of the people talking from the background noise. And this enables some really neat new options, my favorite of which being Studio Mode, which will reduce reverb and make it sound like you're in a soundproofed room. So here is an audio recording just in a standard room, not soundproofed whatsoever. And now I'm going to turn on Studio Mode, and you can hear the immediate difference. A lot less reverb, a lot less just echoey noises in general. It sounds like I'm in a soundproofed room, which I think is, again, very impressive for people that maybe don't have access to a soundproofed room or audio equipment that's professional. It's not perfect, and it certainly works better in quieter environments without a ton of background noise, but I think people who are into content creation or videography will get some good use out of this. Here's a photo taken outside at night with night mode on the iPhone 16 and also on the iPhone 15, 14, and 13, and the night modes on all these phones brighten up the shot quite nicely. I do notice, though, on the older iPhone 14 and 13, there seems to to be a lot more smoothing of textures in comparison to the newer iPhone 15 and 16 when using night mode, but nonetheless, they all do brighten up the shot to visible levels, but it definitely looks crisper on the iPhone 15 and 16. Also, while we're out here in the dark, this is a perfect time to talk about the only display upgrade the iPhone 16 received, being the ability to get dimmer than any previous iPhone. It can go all the way down to 1 nit. And compared with an iPhone 15 on the left here, the difference is noticeable. So this is going to be great when using your iPhone in the dark, which I tend to do from time to time. In terms of the iPhone 16's display tech, other than being able to go all the way down to 1 nit, there's nothing else new. It's still the same 6.1-inch OLED 60Hz display with a max brightness of 2000 nits in outdoor environments. However, the display glass did get upgraded to the latest generation ceramic shield, which is 50% tougher than the first generation ceramic shield that the iPhone 15 has. As always though, with percentage ratings like this, I'm sure the testing that was done depends on a whole host of factors, but nonetheless, improved durability is always nice to see. So in my opinion, what makes the iPhone 16 the best value base model iPhone Apple has ever released is the fact that it has most of the same features that the higher end iPhone 16 Pro has. You get the camera control button, you get full Apple Intelligence support, you get the new photographic styles customizability, you get the new audio mix feature. This year, there's really only a few things that the iPhone 16 Pro has that the standard iPhone 16 lacks. The two main differences for most people are going to come down to the camera. Of course, the 16 Pro does have a better camera system with that additional third telephoto zoom lens that can go all the way up to 5 times optical zoom, and you also get an improved 48 megapixel ultra-wide lens. And other than cameras, the second biggest change for some people is going to be the fact that the 16 Pro has a 120 Hz display refresh rate, while the standard iPhone 16 has a max 60 Hz display refresh rate. So animations and scrolling are going to look smoother on the Pro models, but other than that, all the other changes between the standard iPhone 16 and the 16 Pro are very niche use case features that most people probably will never touch. So in this current era we find ourselves in of very mature smartphones where we don't see very many changes year over year, the iPhone 16 at $799 is definitely the best overall value in Apple's current lineup if you're looking to upgrade from an older iPhone, maybe an iPhone 12 series or earlier. The only time I'd recommend the 16 Pro over the 16 is if one of the few features that the 16 Pro has over the 16 is very important to you. But again, there's really not that many of those this year. And something else I wanted to mention is I don't recommend buying the iPhone 15 in 2024 going into 2025 at this point, as it won't be receiving any Apple Intelligence support. Now, as much as I definitely don't recommend buying the iPhone 16 exclusively for Apple Intelligence, I will say if you're already prepared to spend $699 to get the 15, as that's what Apple is currently charging for in their lineup, I would just recommend spending an extra $100 at that point to get the 16, as you will be getting all of that Apple Intelligence support as it starts to roll out. As much as it's hard to say how much of an impact it will have, I definitely think it will change the way we use our iPhones in at least small ways. So I think it's worth, again, paying an extra $100 if you're already prepared to spend a lot of money for an iPhone 15. And guys, that just about wraps it up for this video. Let me know your thoughts on the iPhone 16 in the comments down below. Thank you all so much for watching, and of course, as always, I'll catch you in the next one. Peace out.